kind of a playful toss. That's because our next guest is Dr. Patrick Williams, and he is the author of Getting Naked. And look at how colorful this jacket is. Is that so cute? So welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. It's great to be here.
Such an engaging title for a book.
Or evocative, you could say.
Yes,
but it's obviously metaphorical. It's not about nudity. It's about emotional transparency, and it's kind of my life summary of everything I've done as a psychologist and a life and wellness coach, and that's meant for people to live a more purposeful life.
So that we could see somebody's soul.
Yeah, exactly.
I love this.
Be real.
So, in the back it says, Getting Naked on being emotionally transparent at the right time, the right place, and with the right person.
Right.
What started your coaching? What started you out on that journey?
Well, my whole journey in human development and personal development began with psychology, but I didn't do the Freudian diagnostic pathology stuff. I did humanistic and transpersonal psychology way back in the 70s, consciousness raising, et cetera. And then when I started learning about coaching, I started coaching in the executive arena with some major corporations. Then the coaching movement started in the early 90s, and I was an early adapter. I was a founding member of the International Coach Federation. So I've trained coaches. I've had thousands of coaching clients, kind of the coach of coaches.
I was so excited about that when we talked, because you said like one of the founding members of that federation. And so it started with just a small group, and now thousands and thousands. And it became kind of like the go-to place if you wanted to really have the right accolade.
Yeah, it's the gold standard. And not that coaches have to be certified. There's no license, but it helps to have the membership and the criteria and the ethics and all that, so your clients know you're professional.
I agree. Kind of like in the Interior Design Society, you know. So,
exactly.
You just kind of need to have some sort of a format, if you will, of
some people are good and
legitimacy.
natural at it, but you can add to that.
It's always nice to have that seal of approval. When you started out on this book, tell us about this book. Like, what's in it? What goodness is in it?
Well, my other 7 books were for the coaching profession.
That's what I was going to say. There were a ton of them before.
Yeah, but for the coaching profession, and it helped coaches work with their clients. But this is more for anybody interested in personal development and wanting to be honest with themselves. But as you said, you don't get naked everywhere any more than you would get nude everywhere.
Right.
So it's like choosing the right place, the right person, the right time to have a confidant. Could be a coach, therapist, a good friend, a trusting listener that you can share something that maybe you wouldn't share with somebody else and change it. I believe that emotions are energy in motion, emotion. And if you change that energy, then it dissipates and you can move on to better things.
When you talked about being transparent and trust, it takes, I think for me, I'm from the Midwest, right? I'm an open book, you know, slightly gullible. Have I got hurt many times? I think that over the time, when you go through challenges like that and somebody breaks your trust, it's somewhat difficult to get over that hump, to give somebody a clean slate to trust again.
Yes. Well, I'm also from the Midwest. I grew up in Kansas.
Oh, there you go.
But I've been in Colorado most of my life.
Okay.
So I think that, the point is you're exactly right. We all have stuff we hide. We all have stuff that have happened to us, good, bad, ugly, or we might have desires that we gave up on because we got married too young, got pregnant young, and maybe we gave up, and you can still relive that. But that's something a lot of people hide.
Okay.
They don't share it with everybody, nor should you.
Right. It's the right place, right person, right time. Maybe not in that order, but exactly that. So your journey now, you have this new, I wouldn't say it's new, but you have an ability to engage with you.
Yes.
Like you're coaching coaches. What, describe for us a typical day in the life of what that would be like?
Well, here's what's exciting now. I still train coaches. I had a coach training school that I sold after 12 years. I mentor coaches, but this new program that I've got based on this book is called Conscious Living Mastery.
Okay.
And it's really geared to coaches, therapists, consultants, healing professionals, exactly. But it's so they can work with their clients to live more consciously. I learned long ago, rather than me working one-on-one with coaches or with clients wanting coaching, I can influence the ones who work with clients and then multiply that out to more people that way. More people get helped.
And I think meeting people where they are.
Yes.
Right? Having the conversations where understanding somebody's, like you said, that emotion. Where is that coming from? You know, how do we kind of calm that down? How can we get it so that conversation can take place?
Well, there are triggers. I mean, there's no bad emotion. There are just some that feel bad, like anger, hurt, sadness, you know. But some of those things will dissipate if you share them with somebody. Writing down helps, but if you share it out loud with a committed listener, it loses its energy or shifts its energy, I can say. And I think that's my goal, to find out that everybody has the same kind of problems or challenges, and you don't want to share it everywhere, but who can you share or explore with and learn what you don't know? Coaching is about being comfortable with what you don't know and learning from that.
I like that.
Yeah,
because we don't know everything.
No.
We have limited knowledge, and then
Right.
that knowledge expands. But then there's this whole area of things that we have, like, I can't speak Greek,
Right.
but I can order Greek food at a restaurant.
Right.
So it's like getting that information.
Yeah, if people could have already transferred their lives by themselves, they would have.
Right.
So having a coach or a therapist or a confidant helps you have a conversation to say things you've not said, to think out loud with what you've not thought, and to dream out loud with a committed listener.
What is one piece of advice you'd like to share with somebody that could, like, start them on their journey?
Well,
And that's not a softball for you to say, buy the book, but I think where does somebody start?
Anybody that's in a growth mindset, looking that personal growth is something they want to do, they should follow a path and maybe get a coach or a therapist, even if it's for the short time. A good friend who listens can be helpful, but a professional can be more helpful. And then for the coaches and therapists and consultants, my program, I've got a new online course that we can talk about that will help them know how to work with their clients better.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay. So Conscious Living Mastery,
Yes.
which this program is metaphorically under. So I call it Getting Naked with Your Clothes On. But I got rid of that title actually as a website because people were finding themselves at some bad websites, right?
Yes. It opens you up to a
that's
portal in the dark web.
Yeah, right. So that's the metaphor that I use within Conscious Living Mastery, and it's about people learning to live more consciously, not settle for mediocrity.
Okay.
So I'm targeting coaches and therapists so that they can be aware of their own rough edges. We tend to work on what we've learned, and in some cases work on what we're still learning. So if coaches and therapists can work on their rough edges, they'll be more authentic with their clients, model authenticity, and help those clients be more real with themselves.
What are you most proud of, you personally?
Riding
a bike, or what comes to you?
It's a separate story. I also had a nonprofit for years called Coaching the Global Village. And this is an interesting, because the last chapter in my book is called Prison Break. You had the keys all along. Well, I actually did work in federal prisons, teaching coaching to federal prisoners. Many of them are out now, and I'm still mentoring them. And it does my heart great to see them come out and then coach other people who are first offenders or who need to make some life changes. And I'm most proud of that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Patrick.
You're welcome.
And happy journeys to you.
Thank
Until
you.
we meet again. And for all of you out there, let's get naked with our clothes on. Stay tuned, and we thank you for watching this show. Be well.